In order to stop having these illusions, Kangwoo tried to bury himself in work. He wanted to stop thinking about random things, but Kangwoo unconsciously drew a portrait of So-yen. This made Kangwoo suspect that he was crazy. Later, Kangwoo was called out to dinner by his grandmother and mother. When he arrived, he found out that this was an arranged blind date. But this time, Kangwoo did not refuse because he thought that he had not been in contact with a woman for a long time. So he had that feeling for So-yen. But looking at the girl elegantly eating, Kangwoo unconsciously remembered So-yen. The image of her eating comfortably without any hesitation. Thinking of this, the corners of his mouth unconsciously curved up. Kangwoo seemed to also realize that he had truly fallen in love with So-yen. But the more he thought about how embarrassed he was in front of the person he liked, the sadder he became. At this time, So-yen happened to have something to do at the restaurant. So she happened to see Kangwoo on a blind date with another woman. But seeing his disappointed expression, not caring about the woman beside him, So-yen roughly guessed that he was forced by his family to go on a blind date. This made her even more certain that Kangwoo really loved Hyun-soo. Suddenly facing such a beautiful girl, how could he not be moved? This began to make So-yen feel a little sympathetic towards Kangwoo and Hyun-soo. She sighed that it was not easy for the two of them to be together. That evening at the bar, So-yen once again saw the two of them being intimate. This made So-yen even more certain that her thoughts were correct. As for Kangwoo, since he had confirmed that he liked So-yen, the next day when he went to school, he bought a large bouquet of roses, preparing to confess to So-yen. But the closer he got to her, the more scared he felt. He recalled that she had been very close to the man. Kangwoo had been the manager of the Fours store before, and was also close to the owner of the bar. In addition, he had been rejected outright when he confessed his love before. The trauma from his childhood also made Kangwoo gradually develop an inferiority complex. He was afraid that his self-esteem would be hurt again. After So-yen turned to look at Kangwoo, he threw the bouquet of roses in his hand out the window. Then, he quickly turned and left. So-yen and Mi-kyung were both stunned by his strange actions. When Kangwoo returned home that evening, he thought carefully. He had to come up with a perfect confession plan before pursuing So-yen. Otherwise, he would be in trouble. He would most likely be rejected. Hyun-soo, who was by his side, gave Kangwoo some advice. Hyun-soo said that women all liked romantic scenes in movies. As long as he took over the entire amusement park or created a romantic atmosphere, many women would be moved by it. The next day at the training ground, Kangwoo was still wondering whether he should confess to So-yen or not. At this time, So-yen ran over and saw his troubled expression. She thought that he was having trouble with his relationship with Hyun-soo. She encouraged him that after setting a goal, he just needed to try. The meaning of this was to imply that Kangwoo had to be steadfast in his love. Kangwoo understood So-yen's words. This further strengthened his feelings for her, so he boldly took the first step, which was to ask So-yen to meet him in the evening. Kangwoo followed Hyun-soo's advice, which was to indulge his daughter's interests and rent out the entire sportswear store. He said that this was a gift he prepared for everyone in the track team, and then he confessed to So-yen. Kangwoo said that he didn't need other women before, but now, if he could be with her, he would truly find his true self. Hearing the phrase, "I don't need other women," and the phrase, "I'll be with you," So-yen seemed to immediately understand something. So-yen thought Kangwoo wanted to use her as a shield to avoid his family arranging another blind date for him. That way, he could be with Hyun-soo forever. So-yen tentatively asked Kangwoo if they were together. Hyun-soo wouldn't be angry. This question also confused Kangwoo. He didn't understand what she was saying at all. After thinking for a bit, he thought she had other intentions towards Hyun-soo. The two couldn't speak clearly to each other, so the misunderstanding between the two deepened. Kangwoo failed to confess again. So when he got home, Kangwoo beat Hyun-soo up. Hearing Kangwoo say So-yen liked Hyun-soo made him sad. He made Hyun-soo confused because this person had always thought he was gay. But why did she like him now? But then, So-yen thought about it again and still knocked on Kangwoo's door in the middle of the night. So-yen said that she agreed to his confession because she thought that the two of them being together was just an act. She was still willing to help. At this moment, Kangwoo completely did not understand So-yen's train of thought. He hugged her emotionally. He thought that after pursuing her for so many years, he had finally succeeded. He was so moved that he wanted to give her his first kiss. Seeing his face constantly getting closer, she was scared and kept stepping back. She thought that even though it was an act, he wanted to act like this for real. So she angrily pinched his face and told him not to go too far. Kang Woo also realized that he seemed too abrupt. So he immediately apologized to So-yeon and decided to drive her home. When they arrived at So-yeon's house, Kang Woo's childhood memories flooded back to his mind. He remembered when he was a child. He came to give her snacks. He had seen her father. At that time, he was so scared that he ran and fell. So-yeon's father gently approached him to care for him and taught him how to tie his shoelaces. And from then on, his shoelaces never came untied. When he told So-yeon about this, she also said that her father had taught her how to tie her shoelaces since she was little. Both of them unconsciously stretched out one leg. Kang Woo asked So-yeon if her father also lived here. He really wanted to visit her father. But when Kang Woo mentioned her father, So-yeon showed a sad expression. At this moment, So-yeon's second brother drove home. Kang Woo saw that this was the man who had been very intimate with So-yeon at the bar and was now pursuing her here. So he stood between the two of them as So-yeon's boyfriend. Then Kang Woo declared his sovereignty in an unfriendly manner to So-yeon's second brother. This made So-yeon's second brother furious, so the two argued at the door. So-yeon's eldest brother heard the noise and also walked out. Kang Woo saw that it was the man from the fourth store, so he immediately asked So-yeon what this kid was doing. Hearing Kang Woo's words, So-yeon's eldest brother was also not happy. The three immediately started a heated argument. So-yeon was by his side constantly advising and explaining, but it was of no use. This caused another big misunderstanding. When Kang Woo realized that the three of them were actually siblings, he immediately regretted his previous behavior. Kang Woo immediately lost his arrogant demeanor. Later, when So-yeon's eldest brother asked what their relationship was, So-yeon said that the two were middle school classmates. But Kang Woo held So-yeon's hand and said that the two were in love. But So-yeon's two brothers did not believe him because they knew that their sister did not like handsome men. So-yeon didn't want to continue this awkward conversation, so she found an excuse and hurriedly sent Kang Woo out the door. When he found out that the two handsome guys were his girlfriend's brothers, Kang Woo was even happier. He jumped up and sat down on the sofa, but was startled by Hyun-soo, who was silently beside him. Seeing Kang Woo so happy and pleased, Hyun-soo knew that he truly liked So-yeon. But Hyun-soo didn't understand what was so adorable about So-yeon and why, despite having so many women, he ended up choosing So-yeon. But Kang Woo didn't hesitate to say that it was because So-yeon was beautiful. This once made Hyun-soo think that Kang Woo had a problem with his eyes. What was even more frightening was that Hyun-soo felt that So-yeon had a problem with her mind. She couldn't say that she liked Kang Woo, so Hyun-soo strongly opposed Kang Woo pursuing her. But later, Kang Woo found out that the two were together. The next day, Kang Woo was waiting downstairs for So-yeon early in the morning to pick her up for a date. So-yeon was also very cooperative. The moment she saw him, she immediately threw herself into his arms and acted very well. She hugged him and took a few pictures with her phone. Just as Kang Woo was enjoying himself and was about to hug So-yeon tightly, she suddenly let go and got into the car. It turned out that everything she did was just tend. But at this moment, Kang Woo was completely crazy with love. He thought he had successfully conquered So-yeon, so he was so happy and excited that his face turned red. After that, on the first day of their date, the two of them took pictures wherever they went. In the eyes of outsiders, they looked like a really sweet couple. Kang Woo was also in a particularly good mood because of So-yeon's initiative. First, when he returned to work at school, he became more gentle and friendly with the principal and the homeroom teacher. To make up for his behavior of not paying last time, he even took the initiative to invite the two of them to eat. But at this time, the principal was a bit hesitant because he thought that this time he would have to pay for the meal himself. But this good mood did not last long. Not long after, So-yeon learned from her second brother that Kang Woo and Hyun-soo were not in that kind of homosexual relationship. Hearing this news, So-yeon immediately felt that she was deceived, so she immediately went to Kang Woo's rooftop. Before Hyun-soo could react, So-yeon kicked him away. Then she used a leg clamp to control him. Under So-yeon's strength, Hyun-soo finally admitted that he had previously made up stories to trick Soyeon. After teaching Hyun-soo a lesson, Soyeon, who was very angry, changed his target to Kang-woo. When Soyeon left, Hyun-soo immediately wanted to use his phone to tell Kang-woo to run away. But he discovered that his arm seemed to be unable to move anymore. He couldn't even pick up the phone that fell on the ground.